Imagine having one of your mistakes preserved for 4,000 years so a bunch of future archaeologists could laugh at your expense. That's exactly what happened to a student who lived at the Babylonian city of Kish in 1900 BCE. Kish is located 80 kilometers south of Baghdad and 12 kilometers south of the ancient city of Babylon. Kish was first founded during the Ubaid period, which is a very early period of ancient Sumer, and its 21st king, Enmerabagesi, was possibly even a great rival of Gilgamesh. Sargon of Akkad, the founder of the Akkadian Empire, was also born very close to Kish, so this city's kind of a big deal. At least it was for about 3,000 years, being ruled by the Sumerians, the Akkadians, then the Babylonians, and finally by the Abbasid Caliphate before being abandoned in 1258 CE. Now, this tiny tablet is just 8.2 centimeters in diameter or 3.2 inches, and it depicts a right angle triangle with cuneiform symbols on the length and width showing the measurements of 3.75 and 1.875. This calculation should have given the student an area of 3.5156, but they've incorrectly calculated it as 3.1468 and brought shame to their entire bloodline. Dishonor on your family aside, artifacts like this are actually really important because they show that Babylonian society had reached a point where even their children were being taught mathematics, and we know from other finds that the Babylonians were using algebra, geometry, Pythagorean theorem before Pythagoras was even born. Even estimated pi is 3.125, which is pretty close to the current standard of 3.14. From these kinds of finds, we can infer a lot about Babylonian culture. For example, they wouldn't be teaching children mathematics if there wasn't a need for it, which suggests that there was large-scale complex building and or agricultural works being undertaken. This in turn indicates organization of labor and a government structure to support it. Obviously, these things are now confirmed by the discovery of massive Babylonian monoliths and technologies such as the chariot. But I wanted to highlight this because this is such a great example of how such a tiny little artifact, this tiny little tablet, can curse your entire family, but also reveal so much about the world in which you lived. So next time you get something wrong on your homework, make sure you bury it in a safe place for future archaeologists. Oh, and don't forget to hit the follow button.